Watching movies and dying inside. Watching movies and dying.
Hi there, gang, and welcome back to Watching Movies and Dying Inside. Today we're looking at 1989's Savage Beach, written and directed by Andy Sidaris. This is the fourth film in Andy Sidaris' series about beautiful blonde secret agents taking on bad guys and all sorts of criminal types, I guess. Recently I saw the third installment. Oh boy. Picasso Trigger. Picasso Trigger was not as good as Hard Ticket to Hawaii. It was kind of on par with Malibu Express. I'm hoping Hard Ticket to Hawaii wasn't the high point for the series, although it did have like a radioactive snake burst out of a toilet, which, as I've mentioned numerous times before, was amazing. John Aprea, who played Picasso Trigger, he's in this film, but not as Picasso Trigger. And I don't think it's the same character, because he got blown up at the end of Picasso Trigger. I feel like by this point, I have a pretty good idea what to expect. Hopefully I'll try not to be as shocked by all of the random nudity. Anyway, without further ado, let's dive on in and hope for the best.
Watching movies and dying inside.
Don't hand me that thermos. These guys are definitely thirsty. I'd say it's about time for some refreshments.
Oh, geez. Okay, I guess that woman is wearing a brassiere as a top. A little unusual, but I'm not a fashion expert, so, you know. Also, she wears it well. Okay, so I guess they're investigating drug smuggling in hollowed out pineapples. That's kind of original. Whoa.
Donna, you've got to stop thinking me as just another pretty face.
Whoa!
Through our territory, you get that bomb up your ass.
Why? Oh, my stars.
Into a new project.
Oh, my stars. Whoa, geez, okay. Never let it be said this series doesn't innovate. Less than 10 minutes in, and that's like 5 topless women and 1 naked man.
Shane Abilene is the new senior operative just assigned to Honolulu.
Another Abilene?
They just keep coming, don't they?
Oh, okay, so this is... Okay, Cody Abilene was the guy in the first film who owned the Malibu Express boat. And I guess there was another Abilene in one of the films, and then there was this Abilene. Oh, geez Louise. I promised myself I wouldn't be surprised by the random nudity. It is what it is.
Are you comfortable with a big gun?
Well, I'm not as impressed with size as I am with performance.
Once loaded and cocked, all you need is a steady hand on the barrel.
I swear, it seems like every single person in this organization is really, really inappropriate at all times.
Look, Martinez, you may be a representative of the Philippine government, but to me, you're just another bleeding heart liberal. You want to feed the people of one country at the risk of jeopardizing every other human on the planet.
Okay, so that was John Aprea playing a naval officer. I'm going to assume that's a different character that just happens to look, act, and sound like the villain of the last film. So if I have it straight so far, the Savage Beach in question was where gold was buried during World War II. And this Japanese admiral is telling people where it was buried, and I guess people are trying to find it or something. I think. It's something to do with the Philippines. I think.
I only felt relief at the thought of the gold being at the bottom of the ocean. Thus, my guilt would never be exposed.
Okay, so I guess the gold was stolen from the Philippines? And Philippines is now possibly working with the U.S. Navy and the Army
There is a fortune in gold involved.
to find it.
The identity cards, and enough money to live in style for the next 100 years. Till there, have a blast.
Oh, he's gonna blow him up. They're not subtle in this film, so I assume... Yep, there we go. So, this guy, I think, was an ambassador from the Philippines who's trying to get the gold back that was stolen during World War II. And right now he's getting all up ons with a lady friend. But it said he's doing this for his country. So why did he have to kill that guy who he paid to get him information to find the gold? He also really seemed to enjoy both the fact that the guy exploded and his really bad joke. Maybe he's just a bad guy. The sound effects are ridiculous.
The last step is to do a probability calculation using all known data. Captain Andreas, just press enter in order to view the final result. Good day, gentlemen.
Why wouldn't that guy stick around? Like, what if something went wrong with the program and they needed that guy? I guess he just assumed everything was going to run smoothly. I don't know, maybe he had other stuff to do. But it seems like he could have waited the 10 seconds to see the program run.
Well, it's a beautiful island, but I'll bet the social life's a pit.
So, I'm still trying to understand what that Philippine ambassador's plan is. I think he's an ambassador, I'm not sure. I think that guy had his tech guy that he blew up tamper with the disc and... Oh, okay, cripes. There's no divider between them and the driver. That's... Come on. So... I don't know, maybe the driver's enjoying it? So he paid the tech guy to tamper with the disc. Oh yeah, the driver is into it. And then had those two other guys kill the Japanese guys who were coming with the directions to use the tech guy's tampered program to send them the information. So the guy from the Philippines has a way to get to the treasure before the U.S. military can, even though they're working with the guy from the Philippines. It seems like he really wants it for himself. And oh, geez Louise. Okay. It seems like there's a lot more nudity in this film than the others. And far fewer explosions, actually, overall, so far. They had an emergency landing on that beach. This is their third wardrobe change so far. How many outfits did they bring with them for what they assumed was going to be a routine flight?
Darren, could you give me a blanket from the plane, honey? I'm feeling a bit of a chill.
Sure, Donna.
Thanks.
Oh, actually, their fourth outfit change because they changed their tops on the plane into identical tops. And then you have the tank tops, and then you have the bathing suits. That's four. So, if I have this right, they brought at least 4 different outfits, but no radio.
Good shooting, Taryn. Oh. Well, there goes our alarm clock, huh?
Looks like we're not going to start for a while.
him again.
I assume the guy that's been tracking them on the island is a Japanese World War II vet who's presumably been on the island with the gold since World War II. And I assume he's played by a younger guy with a little bit of gray powder or dye in his hair and pretty unconvincing makeup because they're going to show a flashback. And it's just easier to, put makeup on a young guy than, cast a second guy to play the old version. That woman's outfit is easily the most ridiculous outfit I've ever seen a character wear in any of these films.
You missed him, Captain.
You noticed.
Okay, seriously, what is the deal with that blonde guy? If he didn't kill, he knocked out the actual, army official he's pretending to be and took his place and has pretended to be him for the entire film. He's an imposter, right? Isn't that what happened? I'm confused. I was sure he was an imposter. And there was something going on with that guy. Oh, can of gas just spilled. I feel like that guy's gonna explode. There we go. I was thinking it's been a while since there's been an explosion.
Want to take one more look at that gold before my ship comes to pick it up?
Captain, your gunboat's been redirected. Bruce Christian, Special Operative CIA. Face it, John, you've been infiltrated.
Hey, how are we gonna get home? I'm not getting in a submarine.
Catamaran? Captain, you do know how to sail, don't you?
Why are they acting like that guy is kind of likable and charming? He just seems kind of smug and smarmy. And just really, screwed around with this naval officer's mission. Just kind of messing around with him. I don't know. I guess we're supposed to think he's, kind of cool and in charge.
According to international maritime law, I'm entitled to them.
Yeah, I don't like that guy. So that was Savage Beach. It was a better made film overall. The storytelling was more consistent. There were fewer kind of random turns. But that doesn't really mean it was a better film than Malibu Express or Picasso Trigger. There was still some kind of weird, random, confusing stuff going on. There were, a few ridiculous explosions. There was, at least for the first half of the film, a lot of random nudity. I think this was, again, a better made film, but just less interesting as a result. What made Hard Ticket to Hawaii so great is that things happened for no real reason or didn't make sense, and there were just these, the radioactive snake and the guy on a skateboard getting blown up with a rocket launcher, and some weird line readings. Unfortunately, without a lot of the head-scratching wackiness, it just kind of plays like a conventional, middle-of-the-road, kind of boring action movie. So yeah, that was Savage Beach.
Have a blast.